Alrighty, how's everybody doing today? Give me just a second here. Alright. Looks like we're just about set. Alright, so as mentioned last time, I'll probably only be able to get it so far as to get about halfway through the Calm Lands, but we'll see how far we get. I've not been feeling the best today in the world, and I was feeling kind of nauseous a little bit earlier, and I'm a little tired, so we'll see what happens. I didn't do any like temperature checking or whatnot, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Should be able to be alright. I just might end it a little bit earlier than usual because I'm sleepy. But I want to play, so I might as well. Alright. I guess he can't get hurt, so it don't really matter. But with him here and attacking, it just makes things longer, so I should probably get rid of him at some point. Well, fine then. Let's give Kimahri his overdrive. So our goal is to get fireproof for everyone, get a few extra bomb cores just to be able to use elsewhere, and we're on our way. We'll go through Evrae and via Purifico and everything else. Bollocks. This always takes so long because they all need to take turns, but you know what I think I'm gonna do is just steal from one twice, kill it, steal from the next twice, instead of having all three on the screen all at once, because that is just taking way too long. And of course I'm sitting here going, well, Kimahri needs to get railed so that he can get his overdrive. And that's just slow as dirt anyways, so need to make these battles go quick as possible because he'll get his overdrive eventually, but freaking A. Riku, you got a freaking 50-50 chance. How hard is it, man? It's not that difficult. Balls, man. You know, if you were to flip a freaking coin this many times and just see it come up on tails this many times in a row, you'd be like, do I have a rigged coin? And at this point, it's looking pretty rigged to me, man. Oh, he's gonna explode. Steal from one of the other ones. Wheelie. You know, it might be better just to get out and start a new battle at this point. My lord. The only reason I'm not changing to a different battle is just because Kimahri needs to get his overdrive anyways. Finally. Doggone. Okay, Wakka. Petrify, I hope. Ha! Finally, a little bit of luck. Just a little bit. Not a lot, but enough. Okay, let's see what you do about this guy. Yep, figures as much. I think I'll just freaking knock that guy into a piece of rock. Pissing me off. Yeah, go to hell, dude. Yeah, see, this is how it's supposed to go down. First steal is guaranteed, second steal is like 50-50, so it really shouldn't be that hard to take 2 steals from each one and then run. That's why I don't like RNG very much. Like, you know, if I didn't have to sit here and wait, like, it'll happen eventually, I know, and I'm not going to get damaged or lose the fight because I have fireproof on. So there's just nothing else than time to kill, and I hate that about RNG. I understand it's random, but I'm not much of a gambler, and that sort of stuff pisses me off. Like when I'm playing blackjack or something, you know, you can count the cards, or you can at least have some control over the situation. For the most part, it may be difficult, but you can have some control. RNG just makes things interesting. But as for this, it's just like, you know, it'll happen eventually. I just have to wait, and I hate that. It's really frustrating.
Be careful!
Yeah. Well, I've got enough to customize for the rest of everyone else here, so... Well, not the rest of everyone, but a couple people. I can get one for Yuna. Yep. And not quite enough for the next one. But this particular area over here is kind of the one that has the most bombs in it, supposedly. It seems to be the one that has the most encounters, period, so maybe it's just that, as opposed to having the most bombs. Get wrecked. Kimahri, come on. Yeah. Cool. Alright, it's more bombs. Haha, score. Okay. You give me your secrets. Damn, I can't believe it's already been like 11 minutes. You know, I've just been sitting here and I've only fought one battle. Like, that's how long it took. That's just how stupidly, incredibly long it was. See, that's how it's supposed to go down, and that one was even a rare steal. Hell yeah. So now I can petrify the dude, hopefully, and now we have less attacks and less to deal with, so everything should move quicker. I love it. He's on 1 HP. And he still literally cannot die. Like, all they have to do is poke him, and he'll fall over dead, and there's nothing they can do because he's fireproof. Which is great. Like, when I was going through this game later on, definitely not the first time, but a few times later, I was sitting there going, you know, at the end of the game, after I'd done a crap load of fighting all the arena bosses and stat maxing and stuff like that, getting everything in the game, I was like, you know, it would be really fun if I could get a lot of this stuff and have it actually be useful, because in the late game it's really not, and everything happens so fast that there's almost, I mean, it's just not fun anymore. Like, it doesn't make itself useful except for like once or twice. And like fireproof and stuff like that just doesn't make itself useful. And so it's nice to know that there's some sections that one can go to and do certain things to make things actually useful. Because if I was leveling up, there'd be no reason for all this fireproof armor. I mean, I might get a couple, just because I know how useful it'll be later on. But if I was leveling at this point, there'd be so much more to be doing. Okay, so I already got Titus's, I already got Yuna's. Here's one for Arn. One for Kimahri. And I already got one for him. And I can't do any more, but I need to do one for Lulu. And I've already got one for Riku, so just the last one for Lulu. So, sweet. Well then. Okay. I should probably save. Just, you know, just a precaution there. So in the near future, after I'm done with this game, you know, probably next week or so, I'm going to be streaming slightly different hours. I'll get off of work when I normally would start streaming. And so that'll mean that I'm going to be streaming a bit later as opposed to earlier. And maybe not as long. It just depends on how I'm doing stuff. On the setup of everything. So I'll figure stuff out later as I go along. But in that interim of oddness, instead of doing something that I'm highly familiar with and am just ready to do for hours on end, I will probably maybe try Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Because, I mean, I love Crisis Core, but I haven't played it anywhere near as much as Final Fantasy X. So, it would be quite fun to just kind of be able to fit that in wherever it would work. Damn. Later I can... Oh, yeah, see, I told you guys I was tired. Oh, man. So if it's on emulator, then I can sit there and use a save state if I happen to be stuck in the middle of a mission or something when I'm just about ready to be done. Need to be on that there set schedule so that I'm ready for my schedule to change and stuff. Come on, titties. Take off. Musk. Good. You know, I think that actually the normal skill for these guys is Musk. But the only real usefulness of it is to teach Confuse Proof. So, yeah. What was that sound? Could've swear I heard something behind me, but there's nothing there. Like maybe a piece of paper dropped or something. That's kind of odd. Oh well. What do you do? I just hate doing this whole grinding thing. When I'm by myself and I have absolutely nothing to do and nobody watching and stuff, it's kind of nice to sit here and veg out and grind, to be honest, because there's nothing bad going on. I just sit here and mash X to win and get progress and never have to do much or think. It's not constantly changing, it's the same thing over and over and over. It's kind of therapeutic sometimes, you know, to just sit here and mash X to win. But, you know, in the near future, I've at least got to make sure that I'm prepared, and then once after that, it's time to move on. And then it's back to the constant grind. Alright, titties, get out of here. You're gumming up the works, brother. You know, when they're all low HP like this, it takes a long time for them to get up and actually block. And when you want to farm overdrive, it actually is kind of a nuisance that you can really only block as an easy way of skipping your turn. I mean, you can re-equip the same weapon, but you're so ridiculously fast. I mean, that attack, or that thing is... it barely even takes a turn, so... I really wish that there was just a skip turn button, as if you took a normal action. This is going to be one of those battles, isn't it? I'm going to successfully steal twice from all of these, and none of my stone strike or stone touches are ever going to hit at all, are they? Bollocks. There it is. Okay, cool. So I've had that happen where it literally took me like 5 tries to steal twice from each one of those stupid bombs, and by the time I was done, like, Wakka had attacked to the point where each and every one of them pretty much just exploded. And there was just no quickness at all. No with the quickness. See, that's how it's supposed to go. Steal twice, be done with it, blow them up into a rock. See? Yeah. That sort of luck. I mean, I still have to steal from it again, but I don't know. I was on a roll with hitting every single one of those, so I kind of figured it wouldn't work. Which is actually a logical fallacy for statistical stuff. I mean, everything always has the same probability of hitting. So just because you haven't seen it happen very often doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen again, or has any sort of a different likelihood of happening again. I mean, it makes sense if something's on average going to happen 50-50 and you only get heads 10 times. Like, it's extremely likely, or, yeah, it's extremely likely, but probabilistically not any different from before. The probability is still 50-50 ultimately, but the likelihood of you getting 11 tails in a row as opposed to 10 tails and then 1 head is different by quite a large margin. See? Boom. There it goes. And that's something that I used to be a math teacher, so a lot of people get confused with the probability versus likelihood, because likelihood actually takes many different set actions, or what's the word, events that happen, and then puts them in order in a very specific way, and then takes the likelihood and or pretty much sets the next event to be a certain thing and says what's the probability of that happening. And that's really low. Or, well, it can be anyway, sorry. It's a lot different than just saying, well, if I flip a coin, what's its probability, period. It's 50-50 no matter what, it's not going to change. But if you talk about 2 of them, well, you know, you've got all the different probabilities. You've got heads, tails, tails, heads, 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 and tails, tails. And that's 4 different probabilities, which means at that different point, you know, you've got 1/4 being how it's going to turn out, period. If you choose one, you've got a 1/4 chance of it being that way. I don't know why I'm making one for Lulu, to be honest. I just know that if I get stuck with her and I don't have fireproof, I'm gonna get railed, so I might as well stick with it. So now that I've got this, and I think a couple extra of those bomb cores, I should be pretty well set after the next battle, or the one after that. So it's going a lot quicker than I thought it would. to me, anyways, but we're still 22 minutes in. Takes a minute to do this. And I don't think I'm gonna go into that little secondary hatch over there, that little hallway, because I just don't see the time wasting being useful. You sit there and you kind of bond a little bit with that evil other summoner. Donna, yeah. Damn these things, man. I hate these ones specifically. They're fast, and if they sit there and ambush you, it can be over quite quickly. But musks, man, these are actually really important. Evil eyes, they just give you musk. Normally it's a rare steal from these things, but later on you can get to the eyeballs, give you 3 musks each. So, and you don't really need to worry about confusion up until then for the most part. Malboros are a pain in the butt when it comes to confusion, but other than that, meh, you're alright. No big deal. Come on, titties. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Sweet. Yeah, so you steal twice and then you launch and turn them into a stone, and it should just work perfectly like that. And if you do it and it works according to luck every time, it really doesn't take that long to go through all of these and gain a ridiculous amount of bob cores. I know some people that would only just steal twice and deal with it. Maybe even steal once and then just completely run away. I think it's worth it to kick it here and do this. I mean, you're already set up, you're already ready to go. You might as well just take the bombs that are already in front of you instead of running away and taking a new encounter. I mean, if you start getting luck like this, then at some point it actually does become more useful to keep running, but the luck usually isn't as bad. I remember last time I did this whole thing and it took me like 15 minutes. It was like 2 minutes of battle. Come on. Cool, finally. Yeah. Sweet. Alright, so I should have enough bomb cores by now, I think, to be able to move forward with things. I just want to make sure that I've got enough to be able to... Let's see... 18? How much of everything else do I have? Shadow gems, smoke bombs, you know, just to make sure. Well, I'm gonna get some fire gems here in the near future, but just in case, I'm going to take one more battle with these guys. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm not gonna sit here and gain 12. I think I'm just gonna gain like 6 or 8, and then I'll be done with them. I just want to make sure that I'm set later on and not sitting there having to grind with more powerful enemies, as opposed to being able to do it here. Come on, Riku. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let's get him. this will be the last battle, and then we'll hit up Evere. I just hope I don't have to sit there and fight Evere like 20 times. As long as I'm familiar enough, I shouldn't have to do it more than twice at the most. But there's always bad luck, bad damage rolls. You never know what you're gonna get. Come on, Wakka. It's really like the probability of you knocking one of them into being a piece of stone is not so low that they should be blowing up like this. This is stupid. Shit. Well, I think I'm stocked with long cores now, that's for sure. Can I get more? Nope, not from that one anyways. There it is. Alright. Oh my goodness, this luck is horrid. Wow. It just seems like a big trade-off. Like right now, he's not doing any petrification like whatsoever, and she's stealing up a storm over here. Like right now, she's got what, a 1/8 turn chance to steal, and she just got it. So like, what kind of freaking odds are that? What is it? 1/8 I think is 0.125, so that's like 12.5% chance. It's pretty weak, man. That's almost like 1 out of every 10. Technically speaking, it's 1 out of 8, but you know, whatever. I said almost, right? Okay, let's go against some Evere. Okay, I believe that it changes everything for you, like who's gonna go out and actually face him and stuff, but I do need to make sure that everybody's ready and equipped with the proper stuff. Let's see. With the equipment, everybody has one with an empty slot, and everybody has a weapon with an empty slot. And at this point in time, it may behoove me to get a weapon for Riku. Well, I don't know. Wakka's got his TKO, which needs to stay good. Tidus will get one. Well, evade and counter isn't something that he gets really unless we get his ultimate weapon. As for Riku, she really doesn't get hit a whole lot with that evade and counter on, no joke. It's really quite nice, even up against bosses and stuff, so I think by the time that I hit the Calm Lands is when I'll put that on, because right now it's not all that useful. We're gonna go through this, we're gonna go up the stairs of the wedding, go through the Via Purifico, and then we're gonna have to go and fight Seymour. And on that road towards Seymour there, it can get pretty dicey, and evade and counter actually helps a lot there too. So I guess we'll see what kind of weapons that I come up against.
May I help?
With what kind of slots and stuff, but for now I'm going to make sure that Riku has an extra weapon, just in case. Everybody else, I mean, Wakka definitely needs to keep his Stone Touch on. Tidus, he needs to have his first strike. If I was going to go around and start capturing enemies, then having something with evade and counter on it would be actually really good, because you can evade and counter while you're killing off the extra enemies in the fight.
Thank you.
So that they're not a thing.
Welcome.
And then you can sit there and whittle down the one that you want to capture. Because in the Calm Lands, everything's too powerful for you to just straight go after one of them while the other ones are still alive to attack you. You'll get wrecked. Period. End of story. So it's better to take out the other ones with petrify and or other means, and then be ready to just survive one monster and take him out. Well, I am doing a bit of capturing, to be honest. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? I'll get better at weapons later, and I'll do it when I need to. Okay. No big D. Okay. Here we come, every.
Huh. Now there's a rare sight.
Whoa, that's huge!
What is that?
The guardian worm, Evrae. The great sacred beast, protector of Bavel.
The red carpet has teeth.
Wait, that means we're close to Bavel.
Riku, you read me! We're gonna fight that thing! Get on deck and show him what you got! Go!
There he goes again.
The ferryman asks a high price.
I love all those cool lines that Aaron always says. It's really neat. It's kind of the stuff that you'd see in like an older RPG or something.
Open the hatch. We fight.
This part's great too.
Is truly mighty. Be well prepared.
And he's got the same crap.
We gotta
I'm good.
pay. If we lose, you'll die too, buddy.
I have faith in your victory.
Gee, thanks.
I love it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? If we lose, you're gonna die too, but I guess if we win, you might as well make a profit off of it, so... I guess from the logic of the person selling the stuff, you should always charge. Because if you don't charge, you'll never make a profit. But if you do charge, there's a possibility you might make a profit. So... in the end, it doesn't really matter anyways. I mean, if we all go down, your little bit of money that you spent here is pointless. And if we don't, then it wasn't pointless and it was useful, so, I mean, I don't know. I'm with freaking Waka on this one, though. Like, if we all die, he dies too, so give us some freaking free weapons. I'll take 99 of all the weapons, that would be great.
Keep our distance, boys, but we can't let her get too far away. Y'all have to tell me when to move.
So here's the strategy here, and I probably should have put on my party, but I don't think I have any control over who actually goes in, do I? I can't remember.
Tell me quick, huh? This rig ain't so nimble, you hear?
Roger, I'll give the commands.
And if I have to fight again, I'll skip all this crap. So anybody who's watching and stuff will at least know what's going on, but in the future I'm just gonna go for it. So it looks like I do have control over who's actually in my party when I start. What really needs to happen is I need to have Titus up first with first strike so that I can swap in Riku and then use her abilities before the boss ever gets an attack in. Because right now this is the party that I should be starting with, and I didn't start with that, so that's going to become an issue. Okay. Yeah, he's strong as freaking balls here. Okay. You know, just keep yourself hydrated, man. Drink a potion. Here comes the real set of stuff to do here. God, okay, I need to... got myself into a situation here. Perfect. Pollux. You know, this is very unfortunate. In order to make this one happen, I have to use this.
The idiot's inside!
What? Okay, well... It's okay for now, I guess.
Hold on!
Yeah, if this isn't... Yep, I think I'm gonna get toast. You have to have Riku go first, and you have to have her haste herself so that she gets enough turns to be able to protect people from, well, this. Everybody should get wrecked except Arn. Oh, it didn't even... Wow, did that not even hit Wakka once? Well then. Okay, cool beans. Except for the fact that Riku went dead. That's just a... Yeah, just my luck. Wow, it didn't even hit Wakka once. That's crazy talk. Wow. Kind of impressed. That kind of luck is just not normal.
This is it! I'm hitting it with all we got!
I might actually be able to pull this off if I can get the bucks. It might just take longer than expected. Nah, Riku's gonna get pummeled. Wow, it completely missed Riku this time. Okay. Well then. Let's just see what we can do. I mean, if I can use it to its full effect and make it useful, it's worth it. Perfect. Okay. What's next? Able to murder this guy here. And I guess I could do it twice. But I don't see a reason for that. What I need to do is probably this. These two can survive. She needs to keep her haste and definitely live. So. The other two are there, it's just cannon fodder. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. They can be healed, and they can heal themselves, or Riku. I mean, Riku's gonna get wrecked anyways eventually, but just to make sure that Arn stays nice and solid throughout this fight. Yeah, should be okay. I wish that he could use an Al-Bhed potion. I mean, that would be pretty damn nice. Oh well. She should live. And then, I mean, if I feel a little bit too insecure about that sort of situation, Wakka can help her out here. Pretty sure that hits for 10 times, but it could be 12, I'm not sure, but I mean, the difference isn't very much. And this thing has a ridiculous amount of HP anyways, like 38,000, so I've maybe done 24,000. Maybe. Kimahri, I think, has sensor on his weapon. Let's see. Yeah, so I've done 29,000. It looks like 2890. Oh, wait. I've got like 5 grand in the hole. Damn. Sweet. Well, that means I'm pretty dang close. Cool. We need Riku. So since Wakka is at full health, I need to, well, I don't, getting more lunar curtains is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. But I do need to capture things in the Thunder Plains later, so I might as well just use one and make it worth it. I mean, we get these items to use them, right? Later on, we can't survive attacks, so it doesn't matter whether we have one or not. However, they are useful to be able to cast, like, Hyper Mighty G, or Hyper Null All. Both of those are good. Not useful here, it's kind of a waste of an overdrive. So, as for right now, I've gotten... Everyone's shelled, so everyone's protected against that thing. I think I can throw an item at it. I'm not sure if I'm close enough, though, to be honest. pretty sure I can throw an item at it. What is it? Smoke bomb is probably the best. Yeah, okay. So when I'm all done throwing all 3 salvos out there, then smoke bomb's my next best friend because it'll force all of his attacks to miss. This is gonna be a little bit of a trick in that. Oh, one other thing is the breath attack that he uses that like petrifies people and stuff. You gotta watch out for that. There's also another attack that he uses, and as long as you don't normal attack him and you only use items, you should be fine. So the fact that I just hit him with Waka screwed that up, and so he's going to do an attack that I don't want him to be doing, the petrify attack. So this fight's probably toast, but we'll see what we can do with it. I think he's launched all of his salvos, but we'll see for now. I've still gotta keep everyone in line here, and these bomb cores are gonna be really useful, to be honest. They're gonna be able to do a lot of damage. Not to him. I mean, they could if he wasn't half immune to fire damage. There's the last salvo. Sweet. Okay, so how much HP do we have here? 24,000? Okay. It's not incredibly bad, but it's not good either. I need to deal 5,000 damage and quick. And 5 bombs do the trick, but getting Riku 5 turns in between all this stuff is going to be pretty difficult. I can slow him though, which I probably should have done already, but I'm gonna dark him and slow him here when he comes back close, and then I should be okay. So I guess right now, move in, boss. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if he heals or not. So, Riku will do her thing. Oh man, Sid is so far down there. Yes.
Don't be falling now!
Okay, so let's see here. Riku needs to slow him. She's got 2 attacks right now. So what's going to happen is that 1 silver hourglass that I was really lucky to have acquired on the Thunder Plains with 1. And I mean, you're usually able to get 1, but it's not very often you stick around long enough to steal from those Lamashtus. Unanimous. Okay, so as long as I don't attack with any of these people, they're just here to tank. There's nothing for them to do anything. No reason for them to move. I do need to inflict darkness on him, but Riku's gonna do that, so I mean, as long as I keep all their HP high enough, then everything should be fine. As for darkness, it's good because the smoke bombs that we got from the Beacon Isle Desert, I kinda wish I had gotten more, because I'm gonna use quite a few of them here. And if I didn't have the stuff to do Sunburst, then I'd need quite a few more. A lot more, for sure. And as for Riku, she needs to stay alive. So my final move here, besides another smoke bomb, is to make sure that she stays alive. What? I only got one lunar curtain? Okay, protect. Yeah, that's about mine. Sometimes you can use one of those stamina tablets, and if you double her HP, it makes life a little bit easier. It's not that big a deal, though. It's really not. Just use another smoke bomb, more sleeping powder. Shadow gems it's immune to, so... Okay, just block. Perfect. Okay, Waka. Make sure that everyone's up to par here. Okay. Oh man. Another smoke bomb. Okay, so this is 3 smoke bombs, so I think with 2 more, we should be ready to go. So I'm gonna check it after this one, because this is the 4th smoke bomb, so 4 times 7 is 28,000 or 2,800. So I had 4,000 abouts when we came back, and I used a couple smoke bombs. So I think I've used 4 so far, so 28,000, 3 grand. Not sure that's quite enough. Yeah, I need to use... 2 is cutting it, it just depends, but I think 2 more should do it. 1432 is the number we've gotta hit. Okay, so 1432 minus 711 is 721. So I need to do 721 with this. Actually, plus 2. So I need to do 723 at least. Perfect. So this is low enough. Double check that I should be able to use her overdrive here on this next turn and Raylan, and he should 9998. And she's able to do that, so. And I know this is kind of cheap, but you know, I don't really want to. I don't feel like doing the rest of the fight, especially during his haste phase and stuff. It's not worth it to me for luck and other reasons. It should be fairly scripted, but I just don't feel like doing that much. And it's over. Well, I had to improv a bit, but that was first try ever, so it's better than some normal encounters that I've come up against, to be honest. Okay, soft shield, nothing useful. I think that he can drop something that's actually really useful here. I can't remember what it is, but it's pretty nice to have, to be honest. I think he can drop 3 slots, but... crud. Alright. Alright. So my buddy's online. We're gonna play some Tabletop Simulator after this, I think. I'm gonna get to a save spot, so I'm probably not going to get through the Via Purifico or anything else unless it's way later in the night. So I may play some Tabletop Simulator with my buddies, and then I'll be back. So right now, the most important thing to do is Riku doesn't have her overdrive, so I will get that here shortly. But to make sure that my characters all have their red arm guards and red shields and stuff on, so fire wards all look good and great, but I need something better than that. Okay, Kimahri can learn the ability that'll eject an enemy, so it's good to have him in here in a minute, so. Alright, but not right now. So everybody's equipped with their proper stuff. Let's see what kind of weapons we have to work with. Counterattack's not worth it, it'll make everything just longer. TKO is kind of worth it. I mean, it does work sometimes, not for a lot of things, but sometimes. Okay, Death. It's not useful here, really. Neither is Ice Strike, but might as well go with the Shimmering Blade. First Strike is definitely important, so. The last thing is titties, so. I mean, can't forget titties. Okay. Everybody's fireproof, and this will be really useful. Riku's just going to use quite a few different smoke bombs and her overdrive and stuff, but it's not too big a D, so. Next, let's do this. I think it's like 4 fights, it's not too bad if you know what you're talking about and you've already gotten the items that you need proper. Show, I mean, it's kind of pointless here to just do anything really. You're gonna rail them all, just poof, they're all gonna blow up, so. Oh, crud. What? Why is, what? Oh, that's fine. I keep forgetting that these, I mean, alright, so. Well, you need a lot of these smoke bombs, just a lot, so. And, these guys should do enough damage to kill them, I mean, eventually, I mean. The deal is right now Riku needs to actually unequip her armor here. And just kind of keep herself healed. I wish that characters were kind of like the Aeons, where if it misses, then they gain like a ridiculous amount of overdrive. That would be really nice. But the goal here is to gain as much overdrive for Riku as possible, if not, fill it. Maybe I should have used 2 of those. Nah, if I used 2 of them, I would have killed the ones that I don't want to kill. So, the guy with the flamethrower is kind of a... I mean, all of them are good, but the ones that are blinded don't really hit people, so they don't really matter. That's why we can kill them, but the guy with the flamethrower will always hit people. So you want him to be around while the other ones are taken care of, so you don't have to worry about him no more. But in this case, and Riku's always going to get pummeled right now, so there's nothing that I can do about this. This is just going to take forever. So, I mean, I can sit here and bring her back to life, and she's just going to get railed before she can change her equipment. There's nothing I can do. See, there it goes again. So So, just a little bit of a proof to show, you know, obviously I can't do that forever. But all I need to do is do about 700 damage to this motherfucker and he'll be dead. So, that's 400, or was that 350? 350, I think. So we're about halfway there. 2 more attacks and he should be toast. Yeah! Crit. Perfect. Okay, so now, depending upon the luck here, I might actually be able to revive Riku. Not that it matters much, but, you know, I mean, you don't get too much of a chance to do stuff around here, so might as well. She makes life faster, too. Well, that works. A little bit of luck on my side. Sweet action. KK! Hello, victory, here we come. Okay, so I need to make sure that she has her red targe, everybody's fireproof, and ready to go. Looks like. So in this next fight, there's that dude with the leg. I call him Legs. And Legs over there. He's cool because I can take a little Kamari over here. And he's fireproof too. But he can learn the eject move. So that's freaking kick-ass. Busted, dude. Damn. And it's always Riku. It's always gotta be Riku. Why does it always have to be Riku? Because she's the one that could actually roast these mofuckies. So, there's a specific order to how this is supposed to go down. Don't do it. Dang it, man. I really need Riku to go first. Or to at least have a turn. And then everything's fine. So, more smoke bombs, really important deals. They're gonna blind the guy on the right. And I mean, the amount of damage that you have to do is still the same amount no matter what you end up doing. But now that the guy on the right's blinded, he can't attack, or at least if he tries, it's not gonna work. Now here's where our ton of bomb cores that I just got come in. And they come in on High Bridge on the way up to Seymour in the next fight. Next boss here shortly. And all those enemies and the mechs that are up there on High Bridge. So as we're going along there, all these bomb cores and these smoke bombs are going to become useful as well. I kind of feel like maybe I should have gotten a few more smoke bombs, but if I don't really fight the encounters, it doesn't really matter as long as I run. So, once again, I'm not trying to sit here and make everything perfect. So, that was a weird sound again. You know what? Let me see what's behind me. Freaking weird, man. I mean, I'm in my room alone and it just sounds like something's over here making some fucking noises and shit. Like there's some sort of freaking animal or something crawling around. Oh well. Maybe my fan's moving a bag, because I do have a grocery bag over here somewhere. Whatever. No big deal. Oh no, the ghosts are coming to get me. Took them long enough. Make sure it's freaking fast. Alright. So, guy on the right's blinded. Doesn't matter whether these guys attack or not. I mean, there's kind of no reason for them to be honest. More bomb core, blow this guy up. Okay. And now it's got enough damage down to everybody that one more. And swap in Titus for the next battle, so that I have first strike again. And yeah, let's do this. So one more smoke bomb should finish every single one of those beasties up. should be done. Okay. I really wish I would have gotten more of those smoke bombs. Ooh, I'm getting pretty close. Can't remember exactly how many I need, but it's starting to look like 20 wasn't quite enough. Just because I have a feeling here that I'm going to need to do this. Okay, so... yeah, it's nice to have Riku to go first. Okay, the guy on the left and the right can't really do anything if I smoke bomb him. Okay. And just because I have more of them, I'm actually going to... well, sleeping powder can actually be useful. A lot more useful than smoke bomb. Screw it, I have more. Probably should have swapped out Riku for Titus at some point. Oh well. At least the knockout Waka. Okay, so same strategy as before. Another smoke bomb. Blind the guy on the right. Use some bomb cores and just go with it. And the reason that you want to take out this YKT, is it 63? I think this guy is 63? Maybe he's not 63. He might be 63. Because I think there's a 93 later, and I always get the 63 and 93 mixed up. Let's see. Anyways, the reason you want to take him out is he uses an eject move. Yeah, so he's YKT 63. Anyways, the reason you want to take him out first is if he's left alone on the battlefield as the only thing that's left. Did I use 2 bomb cores on him? Damn, I don't remember. If he's the only one that's left, he'll start using that eject move, and there will be nothing left of your characters after that because they're going to get removed from the battle. And if Riku gets removed from the battle, it's all over, like, it's the end. So, good luck after that. So you want to blind him first so that he can't hit you. You're fireproof, so that even if, I mean, the other ones will guaranteed to hit you because they're using magic. But it doesn't matter, because you're fireproof. And then we can rail the guy on the right with the fire bombs, and then just keep moving. I remember the first time that I went through this, I had to fight Everett like 4 or 5 times. Just not, it wasn't that Everett was hard, it was that this part was hard because these douchebags with the fire. But if you've gotten these equipment properly put together, smoke bomb, okay, then it's actually not so bad. When I very first went through, I kind of thought that all these items were priceless for the most part. So if I had to use one of Riku's items, it was like an act of God. Because I just wouldn't let them loose. I wouldn't give them up. I was like, these items are so hard to come by. Just to make sure that Riku gets the first attack. I think this one's the one where they have the bomber in the back. Yeah. God, I hate the one with the bomber in the back. So, let's see. He's really dangerous, the guy in the back is. And actually, I want to make sure how much HP he has. 2700, so I should be able to take him out with one of Riku's overdrives, and I think this is the last battle. I'm pretty sure. So... this is where that potato masher that I was talking about comes in. I mean, it comes in a couple different times, but this is one of them where, I mean, I guess I could use the 2 underdog secrets and just rail everything. Let's make it fun. Why the hell not? Well, I don't know if that's a one-person attack. I'm just gonna go with what I'm familiar with here. Damn. You know, sometimes these warrior monks, they drop Mega Phoenixes. And that's really cool. That's a rare drop, and it's really nice when you get a couple of those.
This has gone far enough.
Stop.
You would play at marriage just for a chance to send me? Your resolve is admirable. All the more fitting to be my lovely wife.
Stop! Do you not value your friends' lives? Your actions determine their fate. Protect them, or throw them away. The choice is yours.
You are wise. Kill them.
I am sorry, but it is for Yevon.
Aren't those weapons forbidden by Yevon?
There are exceptions.
No! Throw down your weapons. Let them go. Or else.
I'm skipping your turn twice, cause fuck you. And we're gonna pick this up. This game's sad, you know? Oh my gosh,
Leave now, please.
You're coming with us!
Don't worry. Go.
This is foolish. If you fall, you'll die.
Don't worry. I can fly. Believe.
Alright, we'll just play now. Like now. I know.
Hey guys, I'll be in there in just a sec.
What was that?
An all-bed flash bomb!
Let me go! I'm gonna kill that Seymour!
Yuna said leave. We leave.
We'll join up with her later.
Break through!
Where'd Uni go?
Bevelle Palace is temple. Yuna goes to one place only.
The Chamber of the Faith!
Alright. You know, I actually completely forgot that we had to do the temple here.
It's too quiet.
Completely forgot.
Who cares? Yuna's waiting for us!
Huh?
What's a Machina doing in the temple?
I suppose it comes in handy.
That's not what I mean. The teachings. What about the teachings?
Hey, don't look at me.
Yay, let's use the Machina. And it's gotta be a lot faster than going all the way down, right? But they don't actually make you walk all the way down. You kind of get just teleported to the bottom, so it's kind of pointless.
So this is Yevon's true face. They betray their own teachings.
They treated us like dirt.
Cool. So normally there's a skippable enemy, and you'd be surprised at how easily you can miss it. But there's a missable here.
To the trials.
Al-Bhed Primer.
I wonder if Uni's really in there.
Let's go and see.
Let's go.
Alright, so I'm going to take off for maybe an hour or two, and then I'll be back. Sorry, I had something come up. So I will be back here shortly. So it looks like we've gotten through Evrae and through the wedding sequence. We're about to finish the temple and then do the Cloister of Repentance, or whatever, the Via Purifico. And then once we're done with that, we'll get back on to the High Bridge, fight some Seymour, and hopefully we'll at least get to the Calmlands tonight, if not finish halfway of them, maybe some of the side quests or something. At least get to a point where we can kind of do some exploration and finish a lot of the side quests and stuff that are involved. Because I do want to capture one of each of the Calmlands fiends, and then I need to capture one of each of the fiends in the Thunder Plains. That way I can customize Riku with Master Thief as well as Auto Haste. And then once I'm done with that, I'll pretty well be done with the Calmlands except for the Chocobo Race Remium Temple. So once I've done all three of those things, then I'm done with the Calmlands and we can move forward to Mount Gagzet. But for now, I need to go for a couple hours and then I will be back. Just look for the notification, hit that like button. I'll be back. Did I save? I don't know if I saved. Did I save? It's kind of important to save. I don't know if I saved. Cool. Alright. Later all. I will be back, promise.